The following segment is sponsored by Prosperity Media and Wendy Kleinfeldt. Today, we are talking all things confidence, empowerment, and success. Wendy Kleinfeldt joins us to share why reclaiming your confidence is key and how her unique coaching approach is transforming women's lives. Welcome to the show, Wendy.
Hi, glad to be here.
Well, I'm so glad that you're here. Why is it important for women to get their sexy or confidence back?
So I like to think of being sexy as actually a state of mind. And for a lot of women, especially once they've become a mom or they've dedicated a lot of time to the career, oftentimes I think women do forget about themselves. And finding their sexy again is really about finding their own internal power, who they are, finding their self-worth, finding their unapologetic confidence and that self-assurance. That to me is what sexy really is beyond just the aesthetic. And I think women have so much to offer. And yet, when we neglect ourselves, I think we're not only doing ourselves not a favor, but we're actually not producing the way that we want to. We're not providing the way that we do want to. And women are such, I think, community builders, and women do serve so much to the folks around them that we do need to prioritize ourselves. So I think coming back to sexy for women is really about coming back to ourselves, coming back to who we are and letting ourselves be the priority.
You were speaking to me directly as a mother, as a wife. I could not agree with more with this, and I love your message. What made you get into coaching, and why are you passionate about it?
So I've always been really interested in human behavior. I have a background in psychology. I worked as a leadership coach my entire career. And for me, it was how I saw myself being able to help people. Ever since I was a teenager, I just had this natural ability where people would come to me and just wanting to talk things out, and me being there, being able to listen, I found that I had this ability where I could really support people in that way. And I've always been really passionate about supporting women and elevating women's power. And part of it is that I have some lived experience as a woman. I have a lived experience as a career person and as someone who had to juggle family and ambitions, and understanding just how hard that can be, but knowing also through my own experience that it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be hard. So I think again, I am so passionate about wanting women to succeed and wanting women to really shine and letting them know that they don't have to burn out in order to get what they want. So that's what I think I'm called to do.
I love your approach. You are empowering me as you speak. You're so eloquent. Why is it important for women to be financially independent?
Well, I'll share advice that my mom shared with me ever since I was a little girl, and I carried with me. And she said, do not ever, ever depend on a man for money. And, that you could take that one way or another. And if you replace women in that sentence with, why should anyone be financially independent? Well, one, I think all of us, we need to be able to have autonomy over our lives and what money can bring. And we can argue about whether it can bring happiness or not, but we all can agree on the fact that money does bring options. And so as women, I think that historically, we have not had that kind of autonomy and freedom. And so today, because we can, I tell them, why not? Do not hand over your independence, your autonomy into someone else's hand. It doesn't matter how much you trust them or what the relationship is. Having money and being financially independent means that you can create options for yourself. And not only that, it enables you, it empowers you to do the things that you love, whether that's taking care of your family, building your business, or supporting your family's business.
It's so great to talk to you.
Thank you so much. This was a pleasure.